The second movie I would pitch is Dark Knight's Metal. If they did a Dark Knight's Metal with all the multiversal Batmans, and I think if they take old boy who played Joker and not Joker, but Green Goblin and Spider Man, and make him a Bruce Wayne in an alternate universe, and then make him the Batman who laughs, that would be some sick shit. If you turned him into the Batman who laughs, could you just? We've already seen him. Like everybody already wants him to be the fucking Joker, but imagine his skinny old ass with the face paint, the get up, all that shit, looking like the Batman who laughs, just in his voice. Imagine how sick that shit is.
And Todd.
Before we go to the main topic, I do have one major question because you are the king of comics. So if you had to pitch the idea to James Gunn or to Marvel, what's like the big story that could put in for like movie wise to put them over the top? Like DC, would it be like Flashpoint or Infinite Crisis? Marvel, would it be like the current Blood Hunt or Dark Phoenix? Like what should they do next to be the next big thing?
And Marvel probably gonna take this shit from me. But if I had to pitch, I would pitch two for Marvel. One, I would do a Blood Hunt with Ghost Rider, vampires, demons, etc. I would do some real hellish shit. Like fuck just Earth being fucked up. Like I'd have some. It'd be some nasty fucking work. I'll bullshit you not. It'd be some nasty fucking work. But the second one that I would do a fucking Silver Surfer. I would do a Silver Surfer. You do a Silver Surfer, you know how many embodiments, gods, Celeste, you know how much shit you can put into that? Do you know what type of fucking galactic story you can fucking tell with that? And you wouldn't even need, like, when it comes to some shit like that, you wouldn't even need environment. Like a lot of the shit can be green screened, of course, like you know they usually do. But like just imagine Silver Surfer being able to go all out. And it's not a planet that's in danger. Everything's in danger. Imagine that shit. Like with the Silver Surfer, you get the Mad Titan, you get time travel, you get the whole reality is just going away. Fuck a snap and watching people die. Imagine if a snap happened and you saw timelines just disappear. Imagine a timeline literally just being erased, and then you go right into it, and you see all the planets and the worlds, and these people just dying, just like just literally just no longer existing. It's like that would be some shit. But I think the best one that put them over the top if they did like a Blood Hunt, with the Spirit of Vengeance, with the Midnight Suns and shit, like an actual movie, which they're doing now. But if it'd have to be some. I'm talking about it'd have to be some good shit. Like y'all seen remember when Dumbledore and Harry Potter did that fucking wand move where he was moving his hand and you saw him fight? It'd have to be some shit like that. I bullshit because just imagine. Imagine New York just being taken over by vampires, demons, you just all types of shit. And imagine Ghost Rider, not just one, but Spirits of Vengeance. You have fucking vampires. You got the Avengers. I just think about all the fucking dark users you can use to that shit, and imagine how bloody and just devastating that shit would be. Just imagine that
I
shit.
always the thing is for a lot of stories now that you're talking about it that I wonder if this is kind of what's holding some of these stories back is building up to the characters, right? Building up to understanding who these characters are. You always have to really establish who they are. Why do you care? Why are they important? Why is it so crazy that they're doing what they're doing? Because obviously they had to do that for Marvel. They had to build up pretty much every single person. Then we finally got Avengers. Now DC had to restart everything. Now James Gunn is doing what he's doing with DC. We'll see how it pans out. Some of the casting look. I saw some of the designs and the costumes. It's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So the big hope for that. But he has to establish all these characters in order for him to do the big projects. Do we feel like that is what's holding comics back in terms of movies? The fact that they have to establish so many characters.
Well, he said Marvel. He didn't say DC yet. What DC can do?
Ooh.
Oh, this is what they'll always have in their bag. I'm always partial. I am one of the few that I know of that liked Ben Affleck Batman because of how old he was, so they could do the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Returns. That's if you want to make a great trilogy of Batman movies, live action, just do that story. It's perfect. The right amount of other, like Superman comes in the story, the way he outsmarts him. I think that's great. And the fact that I don't know why people really had that much heat, because if Batman's doing this for 20 years, he's going to be killing people by year 20. I don't know what to tell y'all. If he's
I got one better.
all the losses, all the stuff.
I got one better. because no matter what happens, you can't really make a movie about any other character because most people don't know anything but Superman, fucking Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. They don't know anything else. Um, you could do Static Shock, and if you do Static Shock, you're guaranteed to hit a couple fucking mil,
For
a
sure.
couple a couple 100 million. You're guaranteed. Like that would at that point you're filming money, but we're not gonna get a Static Shock until we probably old as shit. And there's a reason for that. DC cannot. The reason why DC doesn't do so much with a lot of black characters or a lot of characters, period, is because they can't fuck around and then lose what they're making money on. It's the same thing with Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was so fucking popular back in the days that Marvel had to suppress him so they could sell other comics because he was in every fucking thing. You start pumping out more Static Shock, or if you make a Static Shock movie, it'll be the Miles Morales effect, but for DC. They're not gonna give a fuck about Batman. They're not gonna give a fuck about Clark. They're gonna be like, we want to see some goddamn Static. Let me get them toys. That's why DC didn't release a figure for so long, because if you had them Static Shock figures, you can't sell the Batman ones. Like, think about it. Who spends more money in this country? Who spends more money?
Black folks.
So what happens when you make some? Just think about that shit. You wouldn't be able to sell a Batman nothing. So we got this new Batman series. Fuck that. Where's the static at? Where that static shit at? Come on, let me see that shit. Because every comic book shop I've seen, when Static Shock has a series, that shit gets sold out. That shit gets sold the fuck out. So imagine if you make a Static Shock. Man, nobody will give a fuck about Batman or Clark Kent. Fuck that. They're gonna the talk of the internet will be, oh my god, did you see Virgil? Did you see fucking Virgil? But the second movie I would pitch is Dark Knight's Metal. If they did a Dark Knight's Metal with all the multiversal Batmans, and I think if they take old boy who played Joker and not Joker, but Green Goblin and Spider Man, and make him a Bruce Wayne in an alternate universe, and then make him the Batman who laughs, that would be some sick shit. If you turned him into the Batman who laughs, could you just? We've already seen him. Like, everybody already wants him to be the fucking Joker, but imagine his skinny old ass with the face paint, the get up, all that shit, looking like the Batman who laughs, just in his fucking voice. Imagine how sick that should be.
And Ty, to kind of give you the dark metal is basically a dark multiverse where all the bad things happen in 5, or is it 6? Basically a Justice League worth of Batman come
Yeah.
from there.
I
Like
think I've
there's a
seen
one.
that. I think
Yeah.
I've seen it. I think
Now,
That's
hold
the
on.
one.
I do have one more. I do have one more. And if they made this movie, it would be more popular than Static Shock, and it would be more popular than anything they ever did. If they ever decide to film a Batman Beyond movie, it's over. If
yeah.
they ever
Right.
decide, to film, it doesn't even have to be a live action. If they just get this, like, because somebody animated it, they animated a teaser, and DC didn't pay for it. It was just something a fan wanted to do the show. Look how good this shit could be. So they animated a Batman Beyond film the same way the Spider-Verse for Miles Morales was. You put that
I
shit
think I've
out
seen
there.
that.
Yeah. You put that shit out there with Terry McGinnis, bitch, it's over. It's over.
You think Terry McGinnis really popping like that?
Bro,
Over Static?
Terry
Over
McGinnis.
Static?
Terry McGinnis was the highlight of Justice League Unlimited. Terry McGinnis was the highlight in fucking what's it called in Static Shock. Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond has always been like that. That's why they only produce so many of his fucking runs at a time. Like people love him more than they love Bruce, and it's because he's better than Batman. He actually gives a fuck. Like, Terry is not like his dad, and for y'all that don't know, Terry McGinnis is the son of Bitch Wayne. His brother is Damian, and Damian does become the leader of Ra's al Ghul's army in Batman Beyond. But yeah, Terry McGinnis, that's his dad. He's a test tube baby. I bullshit you not. Amanda Waller created his ass. I bullshit you not. She made him, and she did it because she said that the world always has to have a Batman, and they could not risk him getting old and just deciding one day I'm going to stop. So she took his DNA without him asking. He changed a man's DNA to be Bruce's, and when he slept with his wife, she got impregnated by Bruce basically, and that baby was born to be him. Now she said,
Miles, I will
yeah,
tell you.
That's
bro.
wild.
So like Terry, when he's listening to her telling him this shit, bitch, are you crazy? So hold on. My dad isn't my dad. Fuck no, Bruce is. Are you fucking how? Well, when he was getting a routine checkup, we gave him a little vaccine shot that rewrote his DNA. Bitch,
Amanda
he was
Waller
like,
be
so
wilding, bro.
so
She be
listen,
wilding.
So he's like, how did I become Batman then? She says, well, I was going to arrange to have your parents slaughtered. I'm not kidding. She told him that shit. And he said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And she said, but the person I hired said no. They said, if he's meant to be Batman, it'll happen naturally. It has to happen naturally if you want to respect the mantle. So she said, fuck it. I'll let nature take its course. And luckily, his father was slaughtered by a group of jokers, which put him
Luckily.
on the path, to being Batman. And he was like, so I was just born to be this shit. And she was like, pretty much, baby. And then and she's like, look, I know when I die, I'm going to hell. After all the shit I did, I know I ain't no heaven for me. But I would like the good Lord to know at least I brought something good into the world. I'm like, that's a crazy bitch. That's a
Crazy as
bitch right
hell.
there. So
Wait, was that his origins in the animated series too?
that's his origins. Like his in the animated series, that's what happened. But you're not gonna learn about that until
Justice League
it's in
Unlimited. They
Justice
do
League.
the
So it's
last
like
episode of the
yeah,
second season.
so he finds out, and that's when like he's like, so that whole bitch is my father. She's like, pretty much. He goes, now you have a lot of things that he has. You don't have his fucking brain, but you got his heart. You may not be as smart as that old motherfucker, but you got his fucking heart. And she said, and I think that's what breaks the cycle. So don't do what he did. Have a family and put some love in your life. So that's what he did. He went back to Bruce's house. He did, and he told Bruce, and Bruce was like, of course I knew. Of course I knew you were my son.
Oh, of course he did.
This whole
course he
fucking
did.
time, you bitch.
Of course he did. Okay.
He did.
Yeah,
Ryan just made me realize something on the Marvel side.
Go for it.
If they did a Wolverine and Dakin movie, I think that would
You're
break.
gonna have to spend some time explaining who Dakin is.
Yeah, because
I don't even know.
No,
Jake,
you
to
can't
be
use
honest.
you can't use characters people don't know or they can't find actual information. Because let's keep it 100. This is America. These motherfuckers don't read.
They don't read.
These motherfuckers don't read.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, reading's overrated. I'm not gonna lie. So
I'm
I don't
not
know
kidding,
about
bro.
all that.
Yeah, right now,